Ah, the beams of light cascading down upon me as I shave my face. Hey, everybody, it's Friday. And I'm going to shave with the stuff that Ben sent me. If you watched last week, you saw that he sent me the peaches and cognac from Ariana. I got to get this right. I got it right over here. I'm the last guy to learn about Ariana and Evans. They're like, what? You haven't heard about Ariana and Evans? Peter Charkalis is, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. He's one of the best. He makes great stuff, and we're going to shave with this great stuff right here, the Vida, today. Now, Ben says this is his absolute favorite. Look at that. We got like a Dia de los Muertos kind of skull-painted face, celebrating life, lather, and blade. Vida means life, in case you didn't know that in Spanish. So this one is a Kaizen 2 base. I'm just reading this. I have no idea what this means, but you probably do. A Kaizen 2 base. It's got emu oil in it. Emu? Is it emu or emu? Anyway, it's got it. And here are the notes, the scent notes. Lime, bergamot, litsea, L-I-T-S-E-A, which Mei Chang, bay leaf, yuzu, zest, tobacco, absolute, carnation, pettigrain, guaiac. Oh man, there's so much stuff. There's birch tar in here. It's rectified birch tar. And you know, that's the best kind of birch tar you can get, is the rectified kind. Anyway, let's just smell like a normal person and talk about it. It's got kind of a, it smells like all those things. That's the perfect encapsulation of everything. It smells mostly like rectified birch tar, though. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that smells like. It's got cedar wood. It's got sandalwood. It's got lime, bergamot. I'm not sure what bergamot smells like, but it smells good. I haven't shaved with this yet. Now, everyone loves Ariana and Evan's soap. I took a shower. I did my hair. I'm going to wet my face. And I want to start lathering because I'm going to revisit the Rezo Rock Blackhawk. This is a 3-piece. Actually, it's 4-piece if you count the little screw on the end. You can unscrew this thing down here. I don't know why you would. It's a 3-piece single-edged razor. See? 3 pieces, real long and skinny. I've used this before, but it's been a long time. And it uses these feather professional blades in this crazy case. Look at this case. This thing sits in my drawer. I'm like, what am I? This looks like something from the 70s my dad would have in his desk drawer. I'd be like, what is that for? It's probably a copier machine part or something. Anyway, so what you do is let's see, what do you do? It says pull and push. I can't remember. It's been so long. Oh yeah, go all the way to the bottom and then press all the way up. And here comes the blade. See that? It's a long, skinny, single-edged blade. And you just hook that sucker. You don't even have to touch it, hopefully. I don't think you have to touch it. Let me push it out a little farther. Oh, this is not awkward at all. Oh, well, there we go. It popped out. So I'm just going to grab it and stick it right on the little head there. It's got 2 little posts. Is that right? Is that correct? Let's see if I put the bottom cap on. Yeah, that seems correct. That's correct. Is it correct? Come on. Come on, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? All right, there we go. I just got to get it right in there. Okay. It's not as hard as I made it seem, that's for sure. Let's screw the handle on. Make sure not to, you can grab the edges. I always like that in a razor when there's no blade overhang. Make sure it's all straight. There we go. See that long silver thing? That's the blade right there. So a single edge. Now, you know I love my twig. And here's how the twig compares. See, the handle is about the same size, but the head on the twig is a lot shorter. See that? But this is a fantastic razor because you get to use normal razor blades. This one, you got to go out and find the feather professional or some other type like this, which makes it a little less convenient, but I'm sure it's not that hard. Not that hard. But anyway, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to lather up with the Vida from Ariana and Evans soap. And I did see that Peter actually commented on one of the commented on a comment in the last video. So Peter, if you're out there, you make some wonderful stuff, and I can't wait to try this out right now, because that last one smelled fantastic. This one, I'm not as big of a fan of the smell. It's not my favorite, but I'm sure you will like it. One of you will like it. A bunch of you will like it. But the thing I'm looking for here is how rich and creamy it is. Like the last one with the peach and the cognac was beautiful, and this one seems to be shaping up in the same way. It lathers beautifully and nice and creamy. Look at that. It's got little peaks. You always want those peaks in the egg whites when you're cooking. Used to love to watch PBS cooking shows back in the 80s with my mom. We used to watch Yan Can Cook, and we'd watch Great Chefs of Chicago, Great Chefs of New Orleans, the whole Great Chef series from PBS. Used to love that stuff. I don't watch as much cooking anymore, but my older son is starting to get into cooking, so maybe it runs in the family. All right, let's lather up. I'm using my signature brush from DS Cosmetic, one of my old ones, with the white synthetic bristles. No particular reason why, I just decided to do it. Slinging soap everywhere as usual. Look how rich and creamy this stuff is. Man, I have been missing out. And I need to go to their website, Ariana and Evans, and see what else they have, what other scents they have that might intrigue me, because that's some good stuff. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this scent, but it's a very pleasant, it's a slight earthy scent with a little bit of that lime and a little, some other, it's got a whole list. It's a whole list. There you go, you can pause it if you want to read that. Look at that. Anyway, I'm not talented enough, or my nose and my nasal passages aren't good enough to catch all those things. So let's just see how it shaves on the face. Is it slick? Does it feel good? It already lathers beautifully. Here we go. Single edge, Razor Rock Black Hawk. Ooh, I forgot how aggressive this feels. Oh my gosh. I think the title of my video when I first reviewed this was Feels Like a Straight Razor. I think it was something like that, because it is so wide. It's got such a wide head on it that you can really cover a lot of ground on your face in not a lot of time. And the blade itself looks like a little tiny straight razor to me, kind of. And it does feel aggressive. It doesn't feel overly. It doesn't feel bad or uncomfortable. But you can feel it. Especially with how wide the head is. It's crazy. All right. Now, some of you that have not yet gotten into saving, start saving right now. Shaving with a double-edged safety razor. You may be a little bit, hesitant at first. You're like, I don't know. I still get comments daily that are like, I'm so nervous and I'm going to cut myself and this and that and the other. And something like, to make the transition more easy, if you don't want to jump straight into a safety razor, a double-edged safety razor, you might want to try a single edge. Try the Razor Rock. This is $29. I can't remember how much the leaf and the twig are right offhand, but you can find those. I prefer the leaf and the twig just because the design is so much easier. It's the twist to open, and this one you got to wrangle 3 pieces, which isn't that hard, of course. But the fact that it uses regular old razor blades, just split in half, is great. But what I'm saying is, if you are nervous and you are using cartridge razors right now, try a single edge blade for a little bit to kind of jump the gap between this and a normal safety razor. Now, you don't have to, but it might be a good psychological thing, because these do feel like cartridge razors, because, you're used to doing this. You don't have to flip it around, so depending on the size of the head and what kind of blades you want to use, there's lots of different single edge razors out there. All right, there's the first pass. Ooh, man. I tell you what, when you use a brand new feather, the same people that make my feather, I'm out of the little sleeves or else I'd showed you. These things are sharp. The Japanese know how to make sharp razor blades. That is for sure. All right, pass number 2. Let's put some more Vida on here with emu oil. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. Emu? Let me know in the comments what you say. Do you say moo or mew? I say neither. I just avoid it all. I call it an ostrich. Wow, this stuff is it's like not thin at all. It's like really rich, and I like that. It reminds me a little bit of the richness of Taylor of Old Bond Street, but I think I like this better because it's not too rich. The Taylor of Old Bond Street's a little too rich. This stuff and the peaches and cognac before it are just a little bit thinner, and I like that. Because sometimes the Taylor of Old Bond Street, while it is luxurious as all get out, can feel a little bit thick. THICC thick, that is. You see, kids, I'm hip. I know all the slang. No cap, right? Gen Z? Oh, man, that's the thing. That's the thing when you're a parent. You're going to hear a bunch of new slang terms. And there's going to be a new style of humor and a new style of music that your kids get into that you either don't like or really don't like, or you actually do like it. But you got to be prepared. You got to be slightly open-minded. Not completely. Don't be so open-minded that your brain falls out. Just be enough that you don't shut everything down, you know? Listen to your kids. And then tell them to get out of here because they're bothering you. You're trying to shave. Now, my kids have actually introduced me to some music that I never would have heard, you know, but there's also a lot of that new Gen Z humor that my older son likes to watch on YouTube that is just, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Okay, I'm going against the grain here, and it's not as comfortable shaving against the grain, even though I already did one pass. This head is very wide, but I like that because it's really covering a lot of ground. So if, like, I feel like I could accidentally cut myself with this thing pretty bad. I probably couldn't. It just feels like I could, but I'm going to try not to. Ooh, man, it's already getting close. Normally I'm not this close this, you know, after only 2 passes. All right, here we go again. Vida. Life. What was the tagline? Celebrating life, lather, and blade. I like that. That's good. Oh, there we go. All right. 3rd pass, ladies and gents. Thanks again, Ben, for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. And supposedly I've got something else in the mail coming my way. Not from Ben, but from another viewer, and I'll tell you more about that when it arrives. You guys, I feel like I have an embarrassment of riches, and I really appreciate anybody that takes the time to send me something. Now, you don't have to. I want to reiterate that. You don't have to feel the need to send me anything. Just leaving comments is gratifying enough to let me know that you walked away somehow with something you like. Or maybe I've given you some tip or some bit of advice that you haven't heard and you connected with. You know, that kind of stuff. That's what I like. You don't have to send me stuff because I know what a pain it is to have to package stuff up and go down to the post office and deal with all that. So I really appreciate all of that stuff. I'm being extra careful on this 3rd pass because I don't need to press too hard. I don't want to get any nicks. I think I got one tiny nick right there. So far, just one tiny nick. This is a very lightweight razor. It's made out of aluminum, from what I can tell. It's black. Let me show you how the bottom screws up. I'm not sure what you would do with this, but it doesn't do anything other than screw off. Wow. There we go. See? I don't know. You could screw the head on. I think I did that, didn't I? I screwed the head on of a different razor and put it on here, like the old barbell razor. Some silly thing like that, I'm sure I did in some previous video. Lightly, lightly, feather blade, caution. Large feather blade. Now I want to see somebody make a double-edged safety razor with a head this large, so you have to get like some kind of weird special razor blade for it. No, I don't really want to see that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Simplify. Simplify, I said. Simplify. All right. Get under the nostrils, no problem with this thing. Now the ever present. I really feel like, ooh, I've got a couple of nicks. My chin area, I hate shaving my chin right here because it's so bumpy. It's so weird. And I tend to not ever get a completely smooth shave on my chin, and it makes me want to shave more, but then it irritates my skin. I'm sure you have problem sections on your face too that you're like, some sections you just love. Like your cheeks, those are so easy. So, I got a little bit right there I want to get rid of. Just lightly. Don't do this if your skin is sensitive. If your skin is tough, if you're strong like bull. Where's that come from? What movie is that? Strong like bull. Get these angles here. Down here. All right, that's enough. You gotta know when to stop. Stop. Cold water. All right. I think I got a couple little nicks like right under here. So what I'm gonna do is take this alum, my little alum block from Shave Nation. Good old Geo Fat Boy, one of the OG wet shavers on YouTube. And I'm just gonna go over my cheeks. Ouch, it stings. I remember when I watched Geo Fat Boy use an alum block. I think he was the first guy I ever saw do it. I was like, oh, he's putting it on, it doesn't sting him. I wonder if it stings. No, it doesn't seem to. It's just me, I'm a whiner. I'm sure it stings him too, he's just too tough. Good old Geo Fat Boy. Geo, if you're out there, if you're watching, you got me started, that's for sure. All right, leave that on for a second. There's a nick there. If I just press a little, direct pressure on that sugar. There's an overall burning sensation more right here because of the alum. It's gonna constrict my skin. It's gonna make me look 10 years younger. It's gonna make me look 10 minutes younger. All right, wash off the alum and then apply the aftershave. Dry your face, of course. Dry your face. Everybody dry your face. If you're shaving along at home, please grab your magic towel that appears out of nowhere from below camera. Use that to dry your face. Then, take your Vida Celebrating Life Lather and Blade. This one got a little, it leaked. That's why the label looks like that. Didn't lose a lot, but a little bit. So this is cloudy, just like the peaches and cognac, because it's like, I think it's got lotion in it. It said it was skin food. Yeah, anyway, here we go. I'm not gonna put a ton. You don't need to put a crazy amount for something like this. Oh, man, that is such, I'm getting definite, strong citrus notes, like lime, lemon, like Meyer lemon when I do this. Oh, and then there's a little bit of earthiness. That's probably the bergamot and the bay leaf and the yuzu zest tobacco absolute and let's not forget the rectified birch tar. Hey, I like that. That's good stuff. I actually prefer the aftershave to the soap scent because things are going to smell different, even though they're in the same line. Because this is soap and it mixed in, and then this thing, so they'll be similar. They may even use the same base. I'm not even sure, but they will, smell slightly different as you're shaving. Let's see here. Still got that one little bothersome there. Those have cleared up, and I think that's it. Ooh, that's a nice shave. So, Ariana and Evan's soap, Vida. It's not my favorite scent, but it is a beautiful shaving soap. It lathers easily and rich in cream, and it's not too thick, and it's not too strong of a scent. And the peaches and cognac was excellent too, and the aftershave. So thanks again, Ben, for sending these things to me, which I've been missing for all these years. Now I need to go check and see what else they have. See if there's any like peppermint or mentholated stuff. All right, everybody. Try out one of these Razor Rocks, $29, and then get the blades. Like, I didn't look to see how much the blades are, but maybe $10, $12. I have no idea. Anyway, interesting addition. I'm glad I have that. I keep it down there in the drawer. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to Ben. Leave a comment down below, won't you? I read them all. Even if I can't respond to every single one of them, I respond to the ones that really, get me in whatever mood I'm in, okay? But that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all very soon.